And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us into Sonic the Hedgehog CD. Oh man, it's been a long time since I promised this one. I'm your host, Roya, and welcome to what is going to be a bit of a double feature, because you're going to be getting two different versions. You will be getting two different versions of this commentary. One featuring the US soundtrack, the other featuring the Japanese version of soundtrack. However, I'm using the US build because apparently that's the only version of it I can find for the Sega CD. Yes, I know the European PAL version exists, but I wanted to get the NTSC-J version with the music. Unfortunately, it didn't have the music, so what you're getting here is actually the US version, but with the CDDA music cut off. And as you can tell, I'm also using music from Sonic CD Beta 510. You're also going to be getting music from the special soundtrack Sonic the Hedgehog Boom, which was only available, keyword being only available, if you pre-ordered Sonic Spinball. At least that's what I know. I don't know if you... Well, you know, the funny thing, though, is that you could pre-order video games in 1993. In 1993! You can pre-order video games in 1993 and get special soundtracks. It's definitely far better than anything we get nowadays, even though I won't lie, Sonic the Hedgehog Mania will probably do rather well with its special box and special Sonic 2 style commercial. I am very glad they brought that back. It brought everything that we love about the early 90s back. That was totally worth it. Totally worth it. So, you know what, since we're dealing with a Sonic CD commentary, you might wonder, what exactly is this game? Why is Sonic able to do time travel? Why the heck does this feel like we've talked about this before? It's probably because we have. As you know, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 actually were supposed to... Well, Sonic 1 had a bit of a thing where if you went fast enough after passing by a checkpoint, at least this is in the old prototype concepts, you'd be able to warp to the special stages. However, I guess they couldn't properly code that in. It's available, I think, in one of, a few ROM hacks. Beta Remake, the most recent version by Mr. Gambit that's currently only in private builds, I think has it. And of course, as we know, Sonic 2 had a whole gimmick with time travel. That's why we did the long version rather than the regular, generic, vanilla Sonic 2. But in Sonic CD, it basically takes all of that. Brings back the concept from Sonic the Hedgehog, and it puts it all on track. Like, look at this. We're going through an area with pseudo Mode 7. This is not Mode 7, by the way, but it might as well be. I mean, don't get me wrong. We will not see another special stage like this until Sonic Advance 2. That just goes to show you how seriously Sega and Sonic Team took this game. Heck, that's probably one of the reasons why this game has two different soundtracks, why they took this game so seriously. Because in Japan, their soundtrack was to be based more on the techno aspect of matters, because of the fact that that was what was trending in Japan at the time. Japan and the UK. It's one of the reasons why I love Marky Jester's form of musical taste. Can't get enough of it. But it's also one of the reasons why Spencer Nilsson and, I want to say, Howard Drossen had decided to go out of their way and basically deliver to us a totally new soundtrack with generic rock music instead. To be truthful, I feel both soundtracks in their own right work. Both soundtracks in their own right work for this game, but I feel that certain tracks kind of would feel better in the other's port, so to speak. Like, I feel like some of the Japanese tracks, or the international tracks, I might as well say, I feel like some of the international soundtrack would work better in the US game, or some of the US music would work better in the Japanese version, but that's entirely up to opinion. Can't really determine anything. Unfortunately, however, the past tracks are a bit different, because you might notice they're the same in both versions. The reason for that is for one simple thing, and one simple thing only. You see, this game implements not just CDDA audio, but also audio that runs off of the PCM chip that the Sega CD also has. Unfortunately, PCM music cannot be properly edited out as easily as CDDA music can. So, obviously, that would have been a bit too time-consuming, and I'm very sure, I am extremely sure, that Spencer Nilsen and Howard Johnson, or whoever the duck worked with Spencer Nilsen, wanted to do, I'm sure they wanted to do more with this than we got. Oh, there's a robot generator, by the way. So yeah, wishfully, you know, if we ever do get, like, an entirely new past soundtrack to accommodate for what we got in this, then who knows? Who knows? Maybe that'll become a reality, maybe it won't, but I would love to see that at some point. By the way, you're also noticing that we're destroying Metal Sonic monitors, or projectors, actually. See, I couldn't get that ring, I guess that's why I looked up. But yeah, the reason why you're seeing Metal Sonic, this is Metal Sonic's debut, if my memory serves correctly. We wouldn't fully learn more about what Metal Sonic really is until we saw the 1996, or was it 99? It was either 96 or 99, Sonic the Hedgehog OVA. And I'll be truthful, Sonic OVA is a good film, animation, whatever, official video animation. I would say if you want to learn more about Metal Sonic's backstory, watch that. However, to my knowledge, OVA is non-canon because of the fact that Knuckles is present in the storyline. It technically marks the first time that Sonic would meet Metal Sonic face-to-face. And basically what Metal Sonic is, he's basically a metallic version of Sonic. He's a creation by Robotnik that basically is made to be as fast as Sonic, a bit more powerful than Sonic in some natures, but of course, Metal Sonic is a robot, but man, does he go rogue in the later games. Oh, don't even get me started about Sonic Adventure 3 Complete Trinity, better known to a lot of you as Sonic Heroes. Ugh. Don't even get me started about Chaotix. Ugh. The fact I even have to record that game is just gonna be a pain in the Dick Cheney for me from front to back. Don't even get me started. Do not get me started. I am in no mood. Oh. Wow. Now, if my memory serves correctly, Spencer Nilsen also did the music for Echo the Dolphin. At least the Sega CD version of the music. I think also the Genesis and Mega Drive version as well, if my memory serves correctly. That's why this opening 12-second sample, or 30-second sample, 24 to 26-second sample for The Good Future. Wow, I mean, Duck. It sounded like I was in Echo the Dolphin. What the duck was this dude on when he made this music? I mean, if he did this and he was perfectly sober, I mean, jeez. I've got to admit, this is debatably some of the best music I've ever heard coming out in 1992 and 3. I just don't know how to put it. But, yeah, I don't know if I said this earlier, but yeah, I'll repeat myself if I didn't. I mean, if I did. If you decided to go for the perfect ending, you either need to get all the good futures or you need to get all the time stones. And in the case of each zone, if you're not going for the time stones and you're just going for the good futures, you end up getting the good future in Act 3 if you destroy both of the robot generators in the past for Acts 1 and 2. Now, it's unnecessary, but if you want to free the animals, if you want to save the animals rather than kill the animals, what is this, Awesome Games Done Quick? No, it's not Awesome Games Done Quick. But, of course, it makes sense. Destroy the projectors, and, yeah, destroy the Metal Sonic projectors, and boom, you can save, oh my goodness, Pink. It's actually Lilac, apparently. Funny thing, in Beta 5.10, in Sonic CD Beta 5.10, the rendition of Robotnik you get there has, like, these big anus arms that don't seem to grab Sonic. You would think they would, but apparently that's not the case. I wonder why. That truly confuses me to no end. Also, Amy Rose is in this game, but apparently in the US manual, I don't know why the duck they messed this up. Maybe it was because Sonic Sat-Am and the Archie comics were in place at the time, but they got her mixed up for Princess Sally. Why would they get Amy Rose mixed up for Princess Sally? Oh, she gets kidnapped by Metal Sonic, by the way. But, my goodness, how the heck do you get a pink hedgehog mixed up with a squirrel? No, you don't get Sally Acorn mixed up with Amy Rose. The names aren't even the same. No, 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 no. Sega of America, what were you thinking when you decided to make the manual for this game? Who the duck did the manual for Sonic CD? I want to talk to them. Seriously, in a lovely interview. How long do you think the interview could go for? 15 minutes? 60? Either way. Now, there is actually a bit of a gimmick with the way that getting a good feature works in this game, and I say this in the regard of how robots are presented in this title. Oh, by the way, this warping sound, that's not actually the real warping sound. That's an unused warping sound that was meant to work with the PCM or CD audio. But back to what I was saying. If you destroy the robot generator, what you will notice is that enemies that were available in the past, at least this is from how I see it, I noticed this in Stardust Speedway, but enemies in the past will not show up in the present, because the only enemies that will show up in the present are robots that Robotnik sent into that point in time. All the enemies, to my knowledge, are gone in the future, unless there's, like, something I'm missing, and, that's a very fashionable way to warp through time. There is also something I might as well, talk about regarding time travel in this. So, I think you have to keep running at maximum speed, or at least maintain a decent speed for 5 seconds. 3 to 5 seconds, I think. No, I think it's 5 seconds. But, it's actually a matter regarding hitbox detection, because, this game doesn't want you to get crushed. It's kind of the way of, like, well, no, you need debug mode to find the CX room in Quartz Quadrant past. But, yeah, like in places such as Wacky Workbench, where you can actually end up stuck in the floor or the wall, they actually phase you out of the wall during time travel, and I like that. Why is it that we don't have a lot of other Sonic games that do that? Was it just badly oh, wait a minute, I forgot. This game is programmed so differently in comparison to all the other Genesis and Mega Drive titles that Sonic the Hedgehog CD is, I mean, it's a behemoth in and of itself. It has different glitches than Sonic the Hedgehog, or Sonic 2, or even Sonic 3, with its infamous or notorious screen wrap glitch in Marble Garden, in Marble Garden, in Ice Cap, in Sandopolis Act 2, and so many more. So many more. Don't even get me started. Once we get to Sonic 3, it's just going to be an entirely different beast in and of itself. Oh, by the way, thought I'd mention, this is the only special stage, aside from Special Stage 4, that I can actually beat the Sega record on. Yeah, in this game, you have Sega records. You basically type in a code, and it shows you the fastest time that every single Sega developer was able to get for, or at least fastest time for each level that the Sega developers were able to get, and my goodness. My goodness, the times that you can do, some of these games, or I mean, some of these times you can only get if you're, or at least naturally, if you are either a good speedrunner like Worcester, or if you are, playing a special ROM hack that gives you the homing attack and the Sonic 2 spin dash, which somebody on Retro ended up paying about $100 for, and the name of that ROM hack, unfortunately, without the soundtrack, is Sonic the Hedgehog CD++. Oh, man. Sonic CD++. I fucking love what ++ delivers to the game. It definitely makes Sonic CD a faster game, but I think it makes it a bit too fast for comfort. The homing attack in that is so powerful, to the point where if Sonic just keeps going and going, he'll go off the camera. It's as if the speed cap was completely gone. As if Sonic 2 was in play, because I can't tell you how many times I've had Sonic go off screen in Sonic 2 because he was at a max speed. And it's especially common if you're playing Chemical Plant Zone, because that's actually where I think the trend started. Then caught on, I don't know if Sonic 3... I've never had that happen in Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles, or even Sonic 3 and Knuckles. What the duck happened there? No, you don't phase through No! Sonic Spinball gave me that same crap. You know, I bet that's where Sega Technical Institute got their idea. They got it from this. They ducked up everything about Spinball because of this. Why would you do that? No! No, you do not duck up pinball physics in a Sonic game. That's why Sonic Spinball is considered a bit notorious for the way it's presented. Then again, Sonic Spinball... Oh, don't even... You know, I actually have... I'm delivering a supreme demonstration of Spinball sometime after this commentary, because... Duck it. I'm getting all the rings. I'm doing something that Donnie didn't do in his run, and that, or at least in his presentations of Spinball, and that is get all the rings in all 4 stages. The game actually is programmed to have 256 levels, but who the duck would want to play Spinball for 256 levels? I know I would. I mean, duck, could you imagine? The fun wouldn't end. The fun would not end. I would, you know... I challenge anybody that watches this commentary that is a part of the Sonic hacking scene. Make a ROM hack of Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball. Implement 252 new levels to go with the levels that we already have. And don't make them quick levels. Make them awesome levels with lovely puzzles and whatnot. I know it's possible. I don't think Sonic CD has a disassembly yet, but I'm sure that by the time it happens, this will be very much possible. For all that we know, this might take about a decade or so. Maybe even more than that if we don't have fully experienced coders working on the project. But hey, I'll take what I can get my hands on. Also, by the way, you might notice that I'm constantly getting 300 rings in the special stages. This is actually very normal, because you see, you get more rings the more yellow-lined UFOs you destroy. Now, in the 2011 port of Sonic CD, brought to you by Christian Whitehead, the Speed Sneaker UFOs have been recolored so that they're blue to differentiate from the ones that have rings, because you could only really tell from up close if it has a cosmetic change. The one that gives you extra time, like an extra 20 or 30 seconds, that's still blue and red. I felt that one needed to be turned to black and red just to accommodate the differences between those, but I think the red shows the difference easily. Also, I'm gonna be worster here. Duck this level. Duck Collision Chaos Zone Act 3. You wanna know why? Because you can just super peel out your way over the top and beat the level. That's actually Worcester's world record I just matched. I matched Worcester's world record in the glitchless matter of things. Because I know, like, if you do proper pause buffering, I'm sure that people are aware of this. If you do a pause buffer, you can cause yourself to gain some extra time, because I guess Sonic, like, goes, like, a few matters of columns of pixels further so that you can save some extra time while charging up a super peel out. I think same thing also happens when you're doing a spin dash, or maybe I have them mixed around. Either way, I shared a glitchless record with Mr. Worcester, or maybe I got that wrong. If it's not 476, I apologize. Either way, I'll take what I can get my hands on. I'll take what I can get my hands on. That was totally worth it. Either way, I don't know what's next. Oh, right! Part 2 is next. Hit the next button for more. This is a bulk set.